Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy YouTube Blue coming back at you again, and this is a crazy week. I'm gonna tell you right now, like this is the time right now, right before roster cutdowns, where a lot of teams are gonna be trading. A lot of teams are gonna be releasing players early if they feel like the player's not worthy of playing in the last preseason game. Just a little bit of news around the league. As you guys know, Monday, Odell Beckham signed a monster contract. Well, let me see. 5-year, $90 million, $20 million signing bonus, $65 million guaranteed. Question is Odell Beckham worth that? Now, no doubt he's a great player, but he was injured last year, and it's very rare for a player to sign a big contract after that, after having a down year. We'll see what happens with him. I mean, I like him as a player. I think he's a great player, but I don't know. We'll see what happens during the season when we play the Giants. Teddy Bridgewater got traded to the Saints, so he's going to be their new backup. That's going to be interesting. A lot of people are saying that that's a better fit for him. We'll see how that goes. Him leaving the Jets is actually making way for the rookie Sam Darnold to be their starting quarterback. So that's interesting. You know, I haven't really been paying attention to the Jets, but apparently they think highly of the Sam Darnold kid, so they think that he's worthy enough to be their starting quarterback. So we'll see how that goes. Another weird one. Michael Kendricks, you guys know him from being a longtime Eagles linebacker. This guy just got cut from the Browns because, well, actually they terminated his contract because he's in being charged for conspiracy. Let me see what it actually is. So it's 1 count of conspiracy to commit security fraud, and this is something that happened back in 2014. But now he's actually being charged and indicted for. So we'll see what happens. He goes to court for that. I mean, he just got released by the Browns. If he's convicted of this, he can spend the maximum 25 years. But, you know, he's a football player. So if there's any type of bond or anything like that, he's going to pay whatever to get out of that. Oh, yeah. Let's not forget about Aaron Rodgers signing an NFL record $134 million contract with, oh my God, he's going to have 57.5 million signing bonus. I mean, that's just, as soon as you sign the paperwork, here's a check for 57 million right here. There you go. Just 57 million. And then he's going to have 100 million guaranteed. I mean, I'm not saying that Aaron Rodgers doesn't deserve it. I mean, because even when the Green Bay Packers suck and they don't have anybody else to play, Aaron Rodgers has always been the guy to step up. But, I mean, you've seen it on many a times how they beat us. But it is what it is. I guess I'm happy for Aaron Rodgers. He deserves it. He's worked hard. He's done his thing, but that's crazy. Just 100 million guaranteed. Never heard of that before. I mean, I've seen guys get, 50 million guaranteed, 40 million, 30 million, but not 100 million guaranteed. God, that's a lot of money. So the next thing I think about is, what the Cowboys do. Absolutely nothing. We ain't traded for nobody this week or today. Nothing. You ain't heard nothing. I mean, only thing we did was we signed 2 random rookie offensive linemen that nobody really ever heard of. I mean, we know Kyle Bosch came from, he spent a little time with Carolina this offseason. And then, but the other guy hasn't even been on the team, Matt Diaz. I'm not going to say anything bad about them until I see them on the field, until I see them segue tomorrow night's preseason game. So tomorrow night's preseason game against the Houston Texans, It's 8 p.m. Eastern time. So I'll definitely be watching that and doing some updates on that one. I don't think any starters are going to play, so it's really going to be a battle of third string guys. That's just pretty much what it is. We're going to see the bottom of the barrel play. We're going to literally see our depth play. We're going to really see how bad our depth really is right now, pretty much, on tomorrow night's game. So look forward to that, I guess. Also, Cowboys had their kickoff luncheon today, which is interesting to me because, you know, I always enjoy watching the kickoff luncheon. You know, they bring out the players. They do the donations for the Happy Hill Farms, the homeless children and stuff like that. I always thought it was cool that they, you know, do the fundraisers and stuff like that for that. But my whole thing is this: when I look at the actual luncheon itself, the timing of it, like they always do it like right before the 4th preseason game. And then they introduce these players that, like, again, literally half of them aren't even going to be on the team after Saturday. I always thought that they should have done the kickoff luncheon like right after the 4th preseason game before the regular season starts, because it's kickoff. You're kicking off, but you still have a preseason game to go, and you still have roster cuts. So I just always felt like the timing was a little off on the kickoff luncheon, like, you know, because you're introducing these players that ain't even gonna be on the team, like, and a lot of them know it. And one thing I think that Brad Sham kind of alluded to, he said, what player was that? Was it Antoine Woods? It was one of the defensive guys. I got to go back and look at it. He basically said, oh, blase, this is his number. Oh, until this week, his number will change next week. So that means that that person made the team. So I think he kind of put it out there that that person is definitely going to be on the team. But it was a guy that, I forgot who it was. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it, but if I remember it, I'll do a quick video and go back to it again. But that was crazy. Like, I was like, oh, you just kind of just tipped the hand on that one and basically said this particular guy is going to make the team. That's interesting. But the Cowboys are most likely, they're going to have to make a decision this weekend on what they're going to do with Travis Frederick. Whether they're going to let him just sit on the roster until he's ready to come back, or they'll put him on IR and put him on like the 8-week IR. So, you know, he could just be on IR for the 8 weeks, and then we don't have to use that. We don't have to, I guess, waste that roster spot on somebody that's not playing. But Cowboys got to make that decision this weekend, whether they want to actually put him on IR or just let him sit. So I think they should put him on IR, because if you don't know when he's going to play, just go ahead and give him that 8 weeks to figure it out. Now, again, the medical staff could come back and be like, oh, well, he could play earlier. So it's kind of like, you're damned if you do and damned if you don't with that decision. So I'm looking this weekend to see. I'm going to do a video before, well, after preseason, obviously, after this last game, and just look at who's going to make the team. So we'll see what happens with that. And I'll probably do something on a guesstimation of who I think that they're going to cut and who they're going to keep. So I'm going to do my analysis on that and let you guys know and see how close I can get to the actual roster. That'd be cool. So with that being said, that's all I have late this evening. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I'm about to head to bed. It's your boy E2 Blue, always keeping it real. Talk to y'all later.